It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Tonight on Trains and Tech, I have a list of items in front of me because if I didn't have a list of items, I would have no idea what is going on. I'm going to start off tonight talking a little bit about Island Ops 2024, which is an ops weekend that I am going to this weekend. Then I will talk a little bit about some spray paint that I recently purchased and used. I've got two unboxings. One is from John and the other one is from John. So we will get to those. And then I've got a giveaway. We are going to give away a late night models, a late night hobbies HO scale laser kit. So we'll do that later in the show. So if that's something you're interested in, Sparky is always a winner, whether he actually wins or doesn't win. He is completely a winner in my book. Yes, two unboxings, one from John, the other one from John. Kits, yes. Wait, what? Huh? I don't know what you're asking. I'm always an oddball. Yes, you are, Lynn. Dennis, you might have to wait to enter the giveaway. I am going to slightly take a page out of what's his name? Rick Bailey from the Fultz Bailey Model Railroad, who did a giveaway on Sunday night. He actually had the giveaway running for the entire show and then gave the giveaway at the very, very end. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do it just all at the end, and everybody can get together. Unfortunately, there is not a spinny thing yet. I say yet because it took me a little while to find something that was going to work. We tested it out last week, if you guys remember. This week, we are going to actually do it for real. So, Ed O'Connell says, Ops box is always packed. Just got to throw some clothes and the toiletry kit. Ed, I got to tell you, I think everyone that you operate with will tell you that they very much appreciate when you bring the toiletries with you on an event. Since we're talking about events, let's just jump right in. And the first trick is me finding the web page that I wanted to share. And this is it right here. Island Ops 2024 is in its 10th year. This is year number 10. I went last year. I had a fantastic time. Last year I was pretty clueless. Very, very new to ops. I was smart enough to kind of know you got to kind of have somebody in that world that you can kind of, I don't want to say follow along. Like you're not like a little like kid following somebody along, but the idea of getting somebody to help you and having somebody there that like you can ask the dumb questions to, that you're okay asking the dumb questions to, is something important. So Island Ops, I was still very new, but I had a couple ops sessions under my belt. I had actually been to, I think, one of the layouts that I went to before, but you know, I don't know about anybody else, but I get nervous when I go to other people's layouts because I'm always afraid I'm going to screw something up. But I don't know. The more I'm learning is that even people that know what they're doing screw things up all the time. That is one thing I've learned in the last year, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out this weekend if I actually have learned anything or not. Oh, let's actually go to the schedule instead of going to the layouts. I can show you. The way they do it is you get to operate on 4 layouts over the weekend. The event is essentially kind of ish put on by the Allegheny and Western, the West Island Club. They can have between 30 and 40 people operating on their layout. So what they do is they say, okay, Saturday afternoon, everyone, all 30 people will be at the club. And then they work to get enough. Hey, look at this guy. Who's this guy posting in the chat? I am just excited to see that actually worked. So then they take those 30 people and they say, okay, on Friday night, these 3 layouts here, I guess 12, 9, and 9 adds up to 30. So the same 30 people for Saturday afternoon can operate on one of these 3 layouts. Same thing Saturday morning, 30 people, same thing on Sunday morning. So Friday night, I will be going to the Stone Canyon layout by Jeff Faraka. Jeff is a master model railroader and has a very incredible layout that is something that everybody says you should go check out. So I've tried to get to his layout before. This is the first year I can get there. So that's where I am going. Let me just read Ed's comment. In most cases, operating model trains is not fatal. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but most of the time there are no fatalities. That is true. That is true. I hate the thought of doing something wrong. Yeah, I did learn not to glue a bookcase together. On Friday night, I have been to Dave Barraz's layout. He is one of the people that I've been very fortunate to learn from along the way and learn from early in my operating world. or my operating journey, I guess you can say. We have Mr. Lynn McCurdy saying thank you for joining the show tonight from the High Desert Modular. I usually do so well with that, and I just, like, my brain blanked out. The High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. There we go. I got it. Yeah, Joey, we got to get you. Joey, there is actually up in Rochester is the Northeast Region 2024 convention. I think it's in October. And you can come up there. They have op sessions as a part of that event as well. Oh, it's in September. I'm sorry. Paul says September. Don't go in October. You'll miss it. Go in September, end of September, 19th to 22nd. I don't know if I'm going there or not. There is, unfortunately, there are a ton of really good model railroading events this weekend. One of the other events that's going on is up in the Syracuse area. I think it's maybe Ops Till You Drop, if I'm not mistaken. There's also a convention going on in the Pacific Coast region that you can join as well that's kind of about technology. It is just, there is a lot going on this weekend, some online, some in person, so, you know, definitely get out there. There you go. Central New York NMRA's Ops Till You Drop is also this weekend. I wanted to get to both of them, but unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to be in two places at once. So I had to choose one or the other, and John Faraka's layout is a layout I've always wanted to get to, so I chose to go. Yeah, and there is a meet and greet as well down at the Timonium Train Show. Wilmer's going to be there. Robert from Flying Crow will be there. Ray Boble's probably going to be there. I'm trying to remember who's going to be there. I'm sure Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt. Bunch of people's going to be down there as well. That would be great if the duplicate could have all of the same you know, features, the fantastic features that you see on your screen tonight. Choosing to operate trains is always in style. I agree. It has changed my outlook. I've talked about it so many times. Operating has changed my outlooks on model railroading a lot. So I'll be going to John's on Stone Canyon. Then Saturday morning, I am going to Howard Dwyer's. I've been to Howard Dwyer's before. Howard is an older modeler. He's been building his layout for a really long time, and seeing the growth and seeing all the stuff that he's added, and it's an incredibly detailed layout. Howard's probably got more energy than I do, so I am looking forward to getting back to that layout as well. Chris, I don't know. I don't know. What weekend in June is it? As of this moment, I am going to River Rail in June, which is June 25th, somewhere around that, around there. So I'll be in River Rail. I don't know. I want to get to the N-Scale Enthusiast show. I want to get to the Altoona show in Pennsylvania as well. I just don't know. This will be my first time at John Faraka's layout. Yep. Hey, nice, Dennis. Congratulations. So on this list, I've been to Dave Barraza's. I have been to Niccolo Plautus' layout. I'm very fortunate that I'm on the list for these two layouts, so I get regular invites. Really enjoy all of the stuff that I've learned at their layouts. Saturday morning, I am going to, as I mentioned, Howard's layout. I have been to Ron Engel's layout, Vince Lee's layout, and Steve Gittleman's layout. So I was trying to go to either Howard's or Stephen Vaughn's. Ended up at Howard's just because you know, there's only 2 spots for the other one there. I missed something. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm afraid to ask. The Allegheny and Western, the 2 times I've been there before, I have worked a job in the main yard, in the Allegheny yard. What I am thinking of doing this year is trying to get a job on their car float. As people know, I'm working on my car float here. I do have some sense of how to set up operations on a car float from being at Vince Lee's layout, but I want to, you know, I want more experience as well. I'm gonna rent a car. Some of the layouts are just way out on the island, and you have to be there at like 9 in the morning, and I'm just not a morning person, so I am, yeah. You know, here's another event in June. I'd love to go to NERPM. Oh, it would be great. It's the week before I go. Yeah. It's there's so much stuff I want to get to, and I just, you know, I gotta balance the time between the family and the layout and stuff. So on Sunday, I was looking to get possibly to the Conrail Boston line, but that one filled up quickly. I will be going to Phil Monot's Delaware and Susquehanna. Phil is the person that basically gave me my first chance at operating and has been very, very supportive of my growth as an operator and allowed me to make stakes, allowed me to learn stuff, gave me an opportunity to be put in uncomfortable positions. I've also been at the Allegheny and Western, and Phil has been the yard master, and I took a position basically to work under him in that yard and was able to learn so much just by watching how he, you know, how he does stuff. So Island Ops, definitely a fun event, something that if you can get to, definitely get to it. Ray, if you're having issues, I can possibly help if needed, but Bernard's also on Facebook and stuff, so maybe message him on Facebook. I don't know what's happening. Family, what's that? Yeah, I know. My partner, my girlfriend, is very, very supportive, allowing me, you know, she takes care of the dog, takes care of the home so that I can go and do these events. So it's been great. It's been really good. All right, so we're 20 minutes in. Should we talk about spray paint? Oh, you're making light. Okay. Rayron, I do that more often than I should, and she won't miss me. You are, Jerry, you're probably you're probably correct with that, but you know, I still, yeah. Anyone that's married understands it's not like she always says, I'm not going to stop you or whatever, but you know, we have chosen to be partners, so it's important that we work together. You know, and I do just make sure that everything's okay with me traveling and stuff. Spray paint. Okay, so Krylon. We are not going to talk about Krylon. We are going to talk about a different... Oh, come on. I set up for the show earlier. Everything was working just fine. And now, when it's time for me to show you what is on my bench, the camera doesn't work. Not Krylon. Did we already say that? I'm not going to stop you is code talk. That's good paint. You don't even know what paint yet. I haven't gotten the camera to cooperate. It's so weird. Like, I keep swapping out this overhead camera because I had this this GoPro here, and I was having problems with the GoPro glitching on and off. So I swapped it out with a different camera that allows me to zoom in and out. There's that word again, allows. And for some reason, it keeps dropping out as well. And I don't know what the magic touch is. And if I can't get this camera to work tonight, it's going to make it very difficult to show all of the various items that I've got sitting on the bench right now. I almost got kicked out of the house last night because of pepperonis. Wow, that sounds like a really interesting conversation. Let's see if some other cameras work. Oh, this is great. All right, so that camera works at least. All right, so 2 of the cameras are working, and 2 of the cameras are not working. Sometimes I don't know what the story is. I think it might be an issue with the capture card. A multi-head spray tip. Does it allow you to spray multiple colors at once? I tried unplugging it and plugging it back in. I tried doing the shuffle and, you know, hop along Cassidy. 50-50 is not good. 50-50 is not good. Sometimes I think it's that the cables are too long. The 2 cameras that are not working are the cameras with the longest cables, but I don't know why that would really matter. Who knows? Yeah, just the tinfoil. Exactly. Yeah, see, Derek knows. It allows paint to spray different patterns. Very interesting. I'm in a small room, as people know. My room is in an apartment building. I really shouldn't spray paint in here. Andy Estep, Este Pandy product. You know who I'm talking about. Andy Estep, Este Pandy Projects, uses Liquitex spray paint for his job. Yeah, this guy. This guy uses Liquitex spray paint, which is water-based spray paint. And I ended up at Blick, which is an art store. I was downtown for another reason, not too far from the Blick, so I went in to the Blick, which is, you know, as much of a toy store as any other store. I bought some fan brushes. I bought these because I've seen a lot of videos where people talk about fan brushes being really good when ballasting track. It's got just the right amount of, I guess, sort of, you know, brushy when you're ballasting track. So I picked up 2 of these, but while I was there, I figured I would stop in and check out some of the other paints, and this is some of the other paint I picked up. This is, I believe the company is called Mountain MTN, and they have both, you know, regular whatever paint, as well as, yes, Dennis, it is a technical term, so pay attention. Yes, John did see that as well. I did not get pan pastels. I have so many different weathering powders already. Stiffness, there you go. Yes, these have a good stiffness to them. So I got these water-based paints. Supposedly, you know, enamel-based paints are, I don't know that they're better for spray painting, but everyone seems to use them. I don't really know why. But this is water-based spray paint. It is odorless. I sprayed it in the room. I've actually got a, I just put down a piece of paper and I did some spraying in the room. I was spraying some little detail parts. These are some detail parts that Roy Eltham printed out for me that you can't really see at all, but they're for the car float, and I painted them in here. Mountain is about $1 cheaper than Liquitex, the Liquitex water base. This is about I think it was $9.10 a can versus the Liquitex I think was like $10.40 a can. There are a lot less colors in this Mountain water-based paint, but I was able to pick up a yellow, and I wanted a yellow because I wanted, I'm doing the yellow in like the parts on the car float that are painted yellow. And then I also got this, which is raw sienna, which were the two sort of colors that I thought would be most effective for this. So yes, I've tried it. I primed these with just regular old black spray paint, and then I put the yellow on top of it. It laid pretty well. There are some spots where I oversprayed a little bit. There are speckles a little bit on some of these pieces where it looks like it didn't lay like really well. But I do know that, there's a major New York museum called the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and they use water-based spray paint for stuff. So, I mean, if it's good enough for the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I figure it's got to be good enough for me. So this allows me to do some, that's nice plywood. It is, it's cut very straight. This, yeah, I am missing the banana. I don't know, Paul. That is a great question. I would guess it's compressed air. It's a pretty heavy can. Like if you compare it to like a full can of spray paint like this, this little spray can is much heavier than this spray can. If you don't know Mountain, where I know Mountain from is if you watch any graffiti channel on YouTube where they go out and they graffiti like large walls, the graffiti artists use the Mountain spray paint outside. Now you guys are asking nitrous. I don't know. It says there's flammable gas inside. I don't know. Some of let's see, it doesn't say anywhere. Spray paint formulated with low odor resins, which are water soluble and also pigments of the highest quality. Highly recommended for fine arts, graffiti art, and many other professional jobs. Perfect for interior or exterior work. It's waterproof once dry. So I like it. It's good. I would say, I mean, it lays down better than this, the kind of cheap, I don't know. Why do I have pink spray paint? I don't know. But so that's my spray paint story. Basically, should you? I don't know. That's a good question, Mr. Andy Estep. When you guys spray paint at work, do you wear a mask? Propane is the propellant. Propane is the propellant even for this stuff that doesn't smell. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Exactly. You were gonna ask why I had pink paint. There isn't. We still use a booth, no mask. Yeah. So I didn't use either a booth or a mask. So I probably should have. I do use a mask when I spray the paint I'm not supposed to spray inside. It's true. That is true. Any spray painting without an exhaust system should have a mask on. the particles are small regardless of whether they're toxic or not. And that is very, 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 very true. So, I think the next thing to do would be to get to the John and John unboxings. You might be able to figure out who this John is from the sticker that I have sitting on the box, and I will show you the name that maybe you can read, maybe you can't read, that's on this box, because I couldn't remember which John sent which box, and I wanted to remember before I opened the different ones. But these cars are a little bit a part of my quest to get rolling stock from other people in the community. I've got a Split Rock Mining Company car. I've got a Joe Rader BlackRock Central car. I'm working on getting cars from other people so that I can ship things to them and they can ship things to me. Have some cotton belt cars to ship stuff to the Train Freak. Who else? I got a TH&B car here in front of me to ship stuff up north to James from Dundas. I've got a Lehigh Valley car here to ship stuff to Ian Rader. So I'm trying to collect all these cars. So these unboxings are related to that as well. An FGLK pacemaker car. I am curious to see what that is, Paul. But yes, but here's the thing, Paul. It's got to be an N scale. It's got to be an N scale. Yeah, Joey. Oh, so Joey created me a Riverside transfer car that I am leasing from the LNLX. So that is somewhere on the railroad as well. But the LNLX is the late night leasing company. And I have that car as well so that I can ship stuff off to Joey. I'm going to start with the John Tanzillo box. Then we'll get on to the John 2618 box, which is who Mr. Somerset and Raritan is. And we'll go from there. So let me move this out of the way. One thing that I'm very excited, I'm very excited that John sent me a car, but what's very interesting to me about this car is that it is a 40-foot boxcar that was 3D printed on a filament printer in N scale. Yes, you heard that right. An N scale 3D printed boxcar on a filament printer. And of course, this has started me down this whole rabbit hole of a conversation for myself about possibly getting a PLA printer, because I just can't get a resin printer in this space because it's just too small. But I could get a filament printer. So I've gotten some suggestions. I have not hit buy yet on the printer. Did we talk about this? I posted a picture of it. I'm thinking, I've got this whole space back here that's kind of dead space a little bit. I'm considering maybe putting the 3D printer back here. So I'm looking at the Bamboo A1 Mini, but they also make a Bamboo A1, which is a little bit larger build plate. So if I put it back there, I'm half tempted to get the larger one so that I can more easily print stuff out there. So late model railroad does have a Somerset and Raritan car. So John 2016 has made some cars and is sharing them out as well. So I'm really enjoying this whole sharing thing. Steve, I know they do, but resin printers are very dirty, not dirty, but messy because you have the resin. And I don't have any water in this space. So anytime I get resin on anything or whatnot, I've got to go all the way down. Just not having water in here, even with the odorless and whatever stuff, I just don't feel like, I just don't feel like it's appropriate. to have resin in this room. Jub, it's not that there's no love for O scale. It's just that my layout is N scale, and that's my my goal is to get N scale stuff to run on the layout. Yeah, it's really the water thing. Get the multi-material. I'm trying to start off simple. But yeah, I'm very much considering the Bamboo A1 or the Bamboo A1 Mini with the 0.2 nozzle. If I can 3D print a 40-foot boxcar in N scale, I figure it's going to be sufficient for the majority of what I need to do. I don't keep a gallon of water on hand. I do have like a spray bottle full of water, and I do have this, one of these bottles that has water in it. So I have a little bit of water around. Yeah, it is true, Lynn. I don't generally do simple things. I don't know for a model railroader who is going to end up painting over, who's going to end up painting their models anyway. I don't know that it makes sense to print in multicolor. So I don't think I'm going to go that route. Let's see, is this camera work yet? No. Yeah, I do have fire extinguishers behind me. Yeah, essentially, if I need it, that's for the eye wash station. I use it to like wash paintbrushes and stuff like that. So as I mentioned, this is from John Tanzillo. John made me some custom cars. If you follow John on Facebook, you may have already seen these because John does have a YouTube channel. If someone wants to post up his YouTube channel or his Facebook page or something for me, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, Dave, and that's where I'm at too, right? I mean, my goal is operations. So to be able to print a building or print, even to print like, background figures, right? Like I'll buy all of the figures that are going to be on the front half of the layout. I'll buy from mini prints. All of the stuff that's going to be in the back of the layout, I can just, print up or whatever. Like, you got to have a balance of different sort of levels of quality, in my opinion. Let's zoom in a little bit on these, just because it's a good of time as any to zoom in, right? Dennis, thanks for posting that link. I'm very excited too that John shipped me some paper towels. So this is I forget what it's called now. And he weathered this one. It's the turtle, the route of the something turtle. Now I'm going to have to look it up. Looks like one of the bolsters fell off. Let me see if I can figure out. It looks like this goes, I'll put that together later. But these are two cars. So this one looks like it's 235. It's reporting marks TCC. There you go. Thank you, Aaron. Turtle Creek Central, the TCC, which I'm guessing is a short line down in Texas, maybe? It looks like we've had a couple different pop-offs. But yeah, so we've got two different cars here. Let's take them out of this because it's fighting me. I'll get those trucks popped back on there. I don't know. I think the bottom is also 3D printed, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this is filament printed. It's if you compare it to like an MTL car, it's like you can tell, the print isn't 100% perfect, but like it's pretty darn incredible that this is 3D printed. Let's see how much closer I can get before it gets all out of stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, I think, can it be true that this bottom is 3D printed? I don't know. But yeah, so I was just really excited. But, you know, the roof walk detail on here and stuff, you know, very, very cool. Very cool that it's 3D printed. Like, you know, on this one, the door, you know, not as crisp as, you know, some of the other stuff, but like, again, it's, you know, it's a model railroad. I'm more into operations, and once you put it in a consist with a bunch of other cars, you know, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. I didn't know that about the bamboo, Wigwag. You were just saying that you need to be connected to the internet. I don't know why you would need to, but yeah. Yeah, so with the 0.2 millimeter nozzle, you can slow it down, and you can print thinner. Oops, I just made a boo-boo out of this truck. I just totally made a boo-boo. I gosh, I have other trucks, but I forgot that there were trucks inside the paper towels, and I crumpled up the paper towel to throw it away, and I am such an idiot sometimes. So that truck's still in good shape. This other one here, I will probably need to just replace. But anyway, so those are the Turtle Creek cars from John Tanzillo, and yeah, for N scale, you know, yeah, John's been printing a couple different things in N scale. Ah, the K1 Max is enclosed to the cats. Yeah. Yeah, so these are the Turtle Creek cars. And next, I thought, yeah, I'm going to have to put them back together now. Oh, the things, yeah, I do have the spring, which popped out. I do have all the pieces, and I do have the tool that you need to put it together. So depending on how much of a fight I want to deal with, I could definitely put it together, or I'll just put on a different one. Alan says, I'm happy with most of the things I've printed in filament for N scale. There you go. Put it on the rip track. Exactly. Well, and this is another reason why I have not gotten into 3D printing yet, is that I don't want it to take away from me getting the layout up and running, and make sure that the layout is operating smoothly first. The trucks are not 3D printed. The trucks, I believe, are Microtrains trucks, or at least that coupler looks like a Microtrains couplers. Are the tools to repair with made by Mini Prints? They are not. They are actually made by Microtrains, and it's a neat little tool. I've never really used it, but it's a neat little tool. All right, so shall we move on to see what is in the package from the other John, as I knock things off? This is not ideal, doing this on top of my layout. I don't really know what I was thinking. I may have to figure something out. But we get another package from John Farrington. I know him as RailServe John. Some of you may know him as John 2618. But this is going to be an interesting unboxing, I gotta say. Don may have seen this. I don't know. I don't know if Don has seen what's in here or not. I think he might have. He might have know what's coming. What I'm trying to figure out is how I should open this without like damaging anything. If it touches the rails, buy it, don't print it. Oh, you're talking about like the trucks. That makes a lot of sense. I can definitely get behind that. Heath, if I deliver you a box, will you open it? Sure. Why not? Don knows all your secrets. John, I have heard that Don has come over to your layout, and then next thing you know, you are changing your layout and adding in double crossovers and all kinds of adding a new yard to your layout. So, okay. So we got some stuff. I am going to move this over to the side, and we're going to open this one piece at a time. So John's layout, as we know, is the Somerset and Raritan. And John has made me a 2-bay hopper in the Somerset and Raritan scheme. If you don't know John's layout, go to his YouTube channel and check it out. But he runs a lot of these hoppers on his layout. I don't know how John does this level of detail in N scale as it slides off, but this hopper is purchased. It's not 3D printed. This looks like, yeah, it's a Micro Trains hopper. Used to be a Southern hopper that he stripped and repainted and put on the decals. And yeah, so Somerset and Raritan is in New Jersey. It's where John grew up near the rails and got his inspirations for modeling rail serve industries. So what's incredible to me is just all the little details that John's put on this car, and the blending of the decals and everything is just really, really cool. If you go over to Don Iris's channel, Don's got, or even Don's Facebook page, Don's been posting photos lately and videos with this car on it. Joey from Late Night Model Railroad, who is the owner of Late Night Hobbies, which is going to be what our giveaway is later today. Also has one of these cars and has posted some pictures. Jerry has one in HO scale that has also been weathered slightly. So if you want to see a weathered version of it, you can go check that out over on Jerry's channel as well. So yeah, we are Joey from Late Night Model Railroad, Late Night Hobbies. We'll do a giveaway in a little bit once I finish opening this up. So let me just move this out of the way. And I do know what these next two items are, although one of them, actually both of them, I haven't seen finished yet. But no, it doesn't work that way, Andy. It doesn't work that way yet. I haven't seen the finished product, but I've seen the in progress of these, and I don't know which one to pull out first. Don has seen the finished. Why has everybody else seen the finished version but me? Let's see. Let's pull this out first. Oh, let's actually pull something else out first. If you don't know already, this was the first Riverside transfer item that John 2618 printed. John 2618 custom painted. This thing is small. I mean, let's compare it to this 2-bay hopper. This thing is tiny, and this was the first Riverside transfer item that John made for me. We will leave this right here. And John came to visit me, and we were talking, and I don't know exactly how it happened, but I kind of convinced John to take 2 items with him. And I just got them back. The first item John took with him is I believe it's a GP30, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, a GP30. And it was a Burlington Northern GP30 when it left. Oh, that's a great idea, Split Rock. That is a really great idea. It definitely has the space for them too. I definitely need to do that. When it left, it was a Burlington Northern GP30. It has now come back. I have not seen this. That's so wild. Look at that. Wow. So this is the... I don't even know what to use. I'm so afraid. This is the Riverside Transfer Green, what I'm calling Riverside Transfer Green. It is XF70. And, oh, let's move it up. And now it's a GP35. Why is it a GP35 now? Did he make it a G? I don't know what the difference is between the two. There we go. So I've seen part of this because John and I did discuss where the decals could go, or should go. But here it is. We decided the logo here, the name there with the number underneath it. I mean, I am just so looking forward to... I've got the car from Late Night Hobbies. I've got a car from Cameron from Caboose 121. I've got the other car from John. I'm very, very excited. 1973 is the number on the car, which, as you know, is my birth year. John, I'm afraid to take it out. Like, I don't want to break something. It's got some really nice weathering to it. The trucks are really nicely weathered. It's just... It's almost like factory paint job-esque, right? I mean, it's just... John literally took this entire thing apart, took all the railings off, took the cab off. If you haven't noticed yet, it is also two-tone. The top is black. So wow, I mean, that paint line is just incredibly crisp. Oh, the decal, you can see the numbers. The number plates are done. Man. Incredible, incredible detail. So the reason I opened this first is that I talked about like sharing boxcars, right? And that's ultimately, like, I think it would be really great to be able to pass cars and stuff back and forth to each other. I'm not gonna power it up at this time. I do know that it works. John and Don Iris and myself a little bit worked on getting it all configured and set up. So it is gonna, I know it's gonna run. I am not worried about that one bit, but that will definitely be going on the layout sooner than better. Derek, thank you for that. I love that John finds that fun. That is awesome to me that John thinks that is fun, because to me, it terrifies me, the thought of trying to do something like that. But the next car is, I haven't set up the proto throttle yet. It's sitting right here. The proto throttle is set up for a locomotive over there. I did not set up the proto throttle yet for the GP30. I really did literally just take that out of the box. I really have not seen that yet. I haven't tested the RS from last week. The RS from last week is over in the engine shed as well. So again, focusing on the layout. All right, back to this topic, because I do want to do this giveaway, this late night hobbies giveaway. I do want to do it. The bulk trailer he did for you, was that 3D printed, or did he buy the trailer and then paint it? Because I think that was 3D printed too. I thought about it. I might just do that. I'm not 100% sure yet, and I don't know why, but my clock just changed. All right, so the goal is, right, sharing boxcars. And I was very interested when Paul was talking about his pacemaker car. Just painted, didn't 3D print it. Got you. When John from Tierline was talking about his pacemaker scheme for his layout, I kind of perked up, because the story of my layout is that in 1968, when the New York Central closed down the 69th Street Transfer Bridge and the yard down in that area, that my company, the Human City Junction company, bought out, bought out some pacemaker box cars, bought out some New York Central switchers, bought out some other stuff. Yes, Russ, I do. Bought out some other stuff, and one of the things that we bought were some pacemaker box cars. So I am also doing a Riverside Transfer themed pacemaker boxcar, and I've started the conversation with Atlas about trying to actually do a run of these cars. But at this time, up until this moment, up until I open this box right now, the car has only existed digitally. Joey from Late Night basically did the artwork for it, laid out the design. I chose, if you guys don't know, I spent a lot of time choosing the various color paints, but there hasn't been a box car created. So in addition to this GP30, when John visited and left, he also left with a box car. So this is the very first fully painted. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was actually. Oh, interesting. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, so we followed Joey's vision. If you go to my website, humancity.org, and click on the layout, scroll down a little bit, you can see the digital artwork of this. But this is the first. This is the first one that's actually been painted. I gotta say, I mean, this was all theory, this car, right? I mean, I kind of had the idea. I would love to try and... This car is a lot of work. I mean, this car is a lot of work with the two-tone scheme, all the decaling and everything. It's a lot of work. And I would really love to be able to get these in the hands of other people. And this is the first one, hand painted by John 2618. This was a Atlas boxcar, an undecorated Atlas boxcar. Again, I mean, the line between the gray and the green is just, I mean, I don't know how you got that line. Sorry for that fast zoom in. I don't know how you got that line so crisp. But this is N scale. This is an N scale boxcar. Look at this. Just, I mean, wow. This is so amazing. Like, sorry, I wasn't holding it. I mean, like, yeah, look, how, were the ladders separately, like, did you paint the ladder and then apply it later, or did you mask around that ladder? Oh, look at this. He even put the decal up at the top here. I mean, just the detailing on this, like, all the decals are, like, just perfectly straight. I do actually have another 15 of these that I want to make for my layout. The number on this one is 176011. I have 176011 up to 026. My goal is to have a whole set of these pacemaker cars for my layout, as well as, you know, talking to Atlas, trying to see about getting these made as well, so that we can do a production run. They would be made, they wouldn't be made, they would be sold by Iron Planet Hobbies. So, you know, we could sell them through them, but I don't, you know, I mean, so I do have, Don, I do have decals. If you do want to make one of these cars, I have decals in N scale and HO scale that I am happy to ship people that want to make their own car, that want to, like, custom paint their own car. If you want a, like, a more commercially available car, I'm talking to Atlas, trying to get that in the works. But I can't paint one of these for everybody. And, you know, I can't ask John to paint one of these for everybody. But, like, I sent the decals for the HO scale version to John as well. So John has those. But if you want the N scale decals, if you want the HO scale, oh, this, well, you know, Don, if John is going to make one for himself in HO scale, it's probably just as easy for him to make two at exactly the same time. But, yeah, I mean, stay tuned. I'm working on, and I'm working on trying to get these out there and into other people's hands. But, like, I mean, this is just these three cars right here were all done by John 2618 in this freelance fictitious railroad that I came up with, and that I started sort of, you know, thinking about. Please send me emails. Anybody that's interested in the decals, please send me emails with your address. They fit in an envelope, so it'll be pretty easy to send them out. And I will, I'll send them out. You're more than welcome to put them on, you know, whatever you want. Joey's going to put them on a, looks like a tangent box car, but, you know, if you want to do whatever, I just, this, I'm assuming most people here know the pacemaker scheme, and it's just, I'm just a little blown away. Russ, I'm trying to see what the pricing is for the HO and N scale. So the way it works with Atlas is you can do runs of about 108 in N scale and HO scale. I have to work on them with pricing. I would end up putting up the pricing 100% on my own. And then depending on how many of them sold, I would obviously then get some of the money back. So I don't know how much I can explain about pacemaker cars. There are probably people that would be much better suited to explain it, but in essence, the time of the pacemaker car was that there were all of these express service cars. So the Pennsylvania Railroad had Merchant's Despot. I think that's how it's said. I don't really know. There are other, what is it? Cotton Belt had the blue, I'm looking for it, the blue streak cars. So the pacemaker was New York Central's car for that. What was the question? It's to me as well. I don't know what we're asking. Lynn, the GoFund, just buy the cars. Oh, Merchants, MDC was New York Central. What was PRR's? PRR's was merchandise something. I have the PRR car, or some of the cars. Here it is. Merchandise service is PRR. It's right there. The green is XF70. The gray is XF19. So while we're still talking, I'm going to start this giveaway because we're a little over time and I want to get to this giveaway. And why is that showing the wrong thing for the giveaway? I messed up. I need to show a different screen for the giveaway. Let's try this one. There we go. All right. So we're going to do a giveaway while we're finishing talking about this. The giveaway is set for 6 minutes. The giveaway is for Joey from Late Night Model Railroad, has been developing laser kits. I have 4 of the laser kits that I'm going to give away 1 over the next 4 weeks. Yeah, so the pacemaker, they went from one location to the other without stopping, but the goal was, I think there was like a train that went from New York City to Chicago, and it like had to get there within a certain amount of time, and it's, yeah. So wait, what am I looking at? Let's look at this first. So these are the kits. If you haven't seen them, I've got 1 of these detached garage kits. Whoever wins this week gets first pick. Oh, is it Buffalo to New York City? Buffalo to New York City. See, I don't know what I'm talking about. I know nothing about real railroads. I just love the look of the cars. All right, so whoever wins will get to pick either Brick Garage A, or we have the single-story flex structure in either A, B, or C. The difference between A, B, and C are that are the depth of them. So A is a full depth building, C is just a background flat building. So I'm going to start this giveaway, and for the next 6 minutes, you can type into the chat late night, exclamation point, late night in the chat for the next 6 minutes, and that will get you an entry. Whoever wins needs to type in at the end, exclamation point, claim, in order to claim theirs. You will get a response back. You should get a response back and see your name pop up on the screen here to know that you're entered. So make sure that pops up, and we'll keep talking about other stuff. But Joey's doing some really cool things. You can kind of make it out here. The way he is doing his seams is that the brickwork overlaps, so you get these really nice brick corners. And Joey's been doing a lot with the brickwork. He even puts a little test plate in there so that you can test how you're gonna do your paint testing and stuff. So yeah, so if you're interested, you'll get to pick one of those kits. I'm gonna do it for like the next 4 weeks or so. Give away like one kit each week. So whoever gets this one gets their pick of 4. Whoever wins next week will get their pick of 3. Joey is working on some N-scale stuff. He hasn't released them yet. But if you do go to his website, you can see some more information about his kits and what he is doing. It looks like somebody is trying to enter more than once. You can only enter once. Paul does have a kit already. Andy, he has not started on O-scale. I don't know if he's still here or not, but that would be an interesting question for him. He started with HO scale because that's what he's currently modeling right now, and also it's the majority of the thing. If you didn't get a message, let's see. So Dennis, I do not see your name on the list. If you didn't get a message, you probably spelled something wrong. Yeah, so a bunch of people got some pre-release kits on my Discord server. Joey offered these up initially just to people on the Discord server. You now can just go to his website and buy them. So if that's something you're interested in, go check it out on the website. So Otter Creek, did I spell night wrong? No, I didn't spell night wrong. Dennis, you are spelling night wrong. Night is not spelled N-I-T-E. Night is spelled N-I-G-H-T. So if you're not getting a response back that you have joined, that could be the issue. So 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Paul from Tierline, Jerry from Boxcar, Andy a Step, Jub, John, Wigwag, Dragon Ball, Lynn, Container Man, Derek, Don, the High Plains, JD, Nathan Five Chime, Barry, Robert, Mini Prince, Bernard, Ron, Steve, Thomas Splitrock, John Train, BFGR, Devon, Ron from New Haven Rails. Ron also has one of the earlier kits that I know he is working on. Russ, we have Alan from Mason Dixon, Felix Kolpa, Dave BNSFN Scale, Siegfried, and Dennis from Otter Creek getting in at the very end. He says he's going to lose anyway. Dennis, you are a winner. A winner in my book. So whoever does win, remember you have to put exclamation point claim in the chat if you are listed as the winner. And then I will ask you to please email me your address, and I will, your address and which one of the kits you want. John, you actually have to win first. Paul has got in here. Ed's gotten in here. We've got another minute left to jump in. You can't just claim the prize. You actually have to win first and then claim the prize. Again, if you want to look these up on his website, it's Detailed Brick Garage A, and then it's the single story flex structure A through C. So check these, check out the website. But yeah, whoever wins, send me your information and which one you want. I've got some boxes already pulled out, ready to send it out there. You got 42 seconds. You will see the winner pop up right here when it pops up, and there will be a message in the chat. So that is happening. Man, this car, I mean, this is something else. This is just something else. Wow, I am going to take some photos of this car, and I'm going to send them off to Atlas. They were responding pretty quickly when I first sent them emails, but they haven't responded in a little while. So I'm gonna respond back and get that. Yeah, Russ, there are a bunch of comedians in there. Jub, congratulations, you've won the giveaway. In order to claim your prize, Jub, only Jub is the one that needs to type in exclamation point claim. There you go. Jub wins it. Jub, congratulations. Please send me an email, heath@humancity.org. Let me know which one of the kits that you would like. I hope people have enjoyed the show. I'll be giving away a kit for the next 3 weeks, so come check that out. I will definitely be running these train cars from John 2016 on the layout. And this weekend, I've got some op sessions to go to, and I can't wait. I am just model railroad excited right now, like model railroad invigorated right now. So from the city that never sleeps, and I'm probably not going to sleep tonight, farewell, my citizens.
It's all about humanity.